Hey guys, me here again. Bear with me. I know it's a little shaky camera angle right now. I'm going to be showing you some stuff here on YouTube. As I've made clear, Sting has not signed with WWE yet. There's rumors floating around that he has signed a one-year deal, blah, blibbity, bloobity, blah. He hasn't signed yet as far as I know. I have proof, the worksheet, the layout sheet for how the card's going to go down, who's winning what match, all that other kind of fun stuff has been handed out, apparently, to the workers, the crew that evening, and it is entitled The Return of the Undertaker. Somebody made an interesting point on a comment saying it's not Sting, it's not Undertaker, it's nobody. Basically what it is that it's just somebody dressed up to look like either or, and if they sign Sting, it'll be Sting. If they don't, it'll be Undertaker. It's a very interesting point, and it makes a lot of sense. I can honestly see that being how it is. If it was Sting and he did a promo for WWE, we would all know it by now. I mean, nobody does anything these days without friggin' the internet knowing. So that's why I don't believe it's Sting. However, this promo that we saw at 2/21/11 for 2/21/11 is very interesting. It has some very interesting hidden secrets that people might not have noticed. I'll show you here the video. I'll post a link in the description where you could see what I'm seeing. At about the 16-17 second mark, as the guy is climbing up, looks like, stairs. It looks like there's carved on a stair. It looks like there's a bunch of numbers. I'll show you. You won't see it very well, but as you see here, there is. Yeah, you can't really see that very well. There we go. I'm at the 16-second mark at the moment, and up across here is where I'm seeing numbers. Now, what numbers am I seeing? If it could be just me, but to me it looks like it says 020311. Well, I was sitting there going, what the hell is that? And I'm like, well, that's a date, obviously. And I got to thinking really quickly. It hit me pretty fast. What is happening on February 3rd, 2011? The TNA Impact event where the Main Event Mafia was supposed to return. Why the hell would that number be in WWE? What is that saying? Or is that saying anything? I mean, having that number in that order can't be coincidence. It's got to mean something. Does that mean they took a shot? Is that them taking a shot at TNA? What the hell does that mean? That's very, very strange in my books. If you look hard enough, you see 020311. It's kind of angled and sketchy, and it's not clear. But if you look closely enough, you see the numbers there. So what does that mean? Like, why would WWE put a TNA date on? I don't understand that. But this is what makes me think. I hate to admit it. I could be wrong. Maybe Sting did sign. I don't think he did, because like I said, the sheet that I have seen has literally said the return of the Undertaker, and Sting has not signed. And sources within TNA have said he's not signed. Now, what does that matter? I mean, why would you believe TNA? Well, because at least TNA isn't lying. WWE said Nash and Booker were not going to be in the Royal Rumble. Jim Ross said it. Well, obviously they were. Jim Ross gets paid not to say certain stuff, So, okay, whatever. So, TNA, they have said that he is not signed with WWE, but he is very close to a deal, and he's about 80% way there. He may actually sign a deal, and it's very probable. WWE or TNA seems to be the honest people out of all this. At the end of this video, right here, you see 2/21/11. You not see that? Look at that. You see it at 41 seconds. Okay. If you look, you won't see it here, but as the smoke goes up, the smoke reveals a name. If you got to go in frame by frame second, and it is impossible to see unless you're looking for it. If you notice as the smoke goes by, what does it say? Well, you know what it says? I'll tell you here. Hold on a sec. As the smoke goes away. You have to take this by like 0.1 second all the way across for the last like 3 seconds. What it says, the smoke clears away, and the smoke looks like it's like 90% clear that it says Sting. Very interesting. But Sting has not signed an official contract yet, which very weird. I mean, is now WWE, you know, starting to promote something here that, you know, before they have him under contract? Is WWE going to make a mistake, the same mistake that TNA just made? I mean, that's kind of, it'd be a little weird. It would make no sense. But you watch the rain go, and the smoke comes up, Sting. It almost looks like it says Sting. You see this is the thing. Look at it. As it comes down, you see S, and then I. It looks like you see S-I-G, or sorry, S-T-I-N-G, or S-T-I-G. It doesn't, it's hard to see an N, but you do see it. You have to look as the smoke clears, or as the smoke is coming up and the flames of the date are going away, you see in combination, it looks like, there we go, at 43 point something seconds, you see S-T-I-N, and you just see a G faded. So, to me, that's saying Sting. Duh. What does this promo have to do with Sting? I mean, fire really doesn't have that much to do with Sting. Smoke, you know, kind of. I like how they, I mean, if this is Sting, I like how they use a TNA kind of idea, you know? With the rain falling, and the dark house, and the person, you know, Sting was walking through the house. It's pretty much just a TNA promo, just redone, really. But as I was saying, at the 16, 17 second mark, you see carved on the stairs, it almost looks like it's saying 020311, February 3rd, 2011, which is the Impact. Very peculiar. I don't know what to make of that yet. And you look at the smoke at about the 42 second mark, as the smoke is clearing from 40 to 43-ish, you see the smoke clearing, and as the smoke, or you see the flames clearing, going into smoke. As the flames are transitioning into smoke, and the smoke is, you know, a combination with the flames, and the smoke is dissipating and going away, you're seeing the letters, not at the exact same time, but, you know, a hair off, you see the letters S-T-I-N-G. Very interesting. It's making me think Sting did sign a contract, but it hasn't really been made public yet. But I don't know. I'm very confused. I really don't know what to make of it. Check out the video that I have. It's in the description. The link is in the description. I mean, if Sting goes to WWE, I'm going to lose a shitload of respect for him. You know, I've already made my opinion about that. But watch this promo. You probably will have to rip it off YouTube because, you know, YouTube, you can only pause within, you know, second to second. You got to rip this video off and pause it to like from 0.1 second all the way through to the 3 second mark there at the end. It's the only way you're going to clearly see Sting. This is a 720p HD, so, you know, it's going to be helpful. You're going to see things most of the other ones on. If Sting has signed, you know, I apologize to anybody I've said anything to, you know, that took it negatively, but my sources keep telling me, or they have told me, that he has not signed yet. So, I mean, if Sting had done the promo, we would know about it, right? Like, you can't, things in wrestling can't be hidden that well. It's, like, not possible. Somebody would know, and it would get spilled out online. Somebody would know. And the fact that nobody knows, or the fact that there is no proof that Sting has signed, has made me go, okay, you know what? He isn't in WWE. There's no proof of it yet, so there's just a lot of hearsay. So that makes it say no, it hasn't happened. Usually, with something this major, there's proof. Well, there's no proof, so I don't think he signed. But the promo is very interesting. 020311 carved on the stairs. At about the 16, 17 second mark. Between the 40 and the 43 second mark, you clearly, almost clearly, about 90% of the way there, you see the letters S-T-I-N-G. The black trench coat that the man is wearing looks too much like Sting's. It doesn't really look like The Undertaker's. I mean, yeah, okay, they could give him a new coat, yada yada. The coat just doesn't seem, it's a different type of texture. It's a different textured leather that Sting uses that The Undertaker doesn't. So it's very interesting. If you listen to the thunder in the background, it's the same type of thunder roll that Sting had when he was in WCW just before his Metallica theme. If you listen more so, you're hearing the crow in the background. Now, that could be Undertaker as well, because The Undertaker has had a crow before, you know, long time ago. So many have speculated that if this is Undertaker, this is like old school Undertaker from like 1990 when he debuted, basically. The boots the man is wearing in the video are more of Sting's look than The Undertaker's look. Which is very interesting. The foot size is another issue that I've seen. If you look at the man's feet who's walking by the camera, the boots, I mean, the foot size looks to be a little, you know, it doesn't look like it belongs to a 6 foot, like 10 guy. They look like they're about size 10, size 11 feet. But here's what makes me think it's Undertaker as well. If you look at the boots, they're not wrestling boots, really. They're almost like a cowboy boot, which, I mean, that's not really Taker, but, you know, I've seen him wear cowboy boots when he's himself, you know, like a black, dark pair, you know, when he's outside of wrestling. I've seen some videos of him out like that, where I've never seen Sting ever wear cowboy boots, but I've never seen The Undertaker as, you know, The Undertaker gimmick wear cowboy boots. So it almost is like, well, who the hell would that be? So, I mean, that too is very strange. The way he walks a little bit more like Sting than he does Undertaker. You know, Taker, he doesn't really have a limp, but it kind of almost seems like he's got something in his leg. Sting is just, you know, he can walk fine, and the guy is walking and he's taking his steps full stride, heel to toe, like Sting does. I know. I'm getting really, you know, frickin' right into this now, but I'm noticing so many similarities and so many differences. I've watched a few Undertaker return promos on how he's walked, and I've watched how Sting's walked. I've been studying this video for like over an hour now, and more evidence is pointing towards the fact that it's Sting, not Taker, but there's also things that are making it seem like it's not Taker. But if you really look at that jacket, there's no way Undertaker's jacket could be blowing in the wind like that. I mean, Taker's jacket is a thick leather, and it doesn't really move unless he moves. But if you see, it's kind of blowing in the breeze. Well, Sting has a lighter jacket, and it seems like, you know, that would make more sense. But yeah, check it out, guys. I'll have the link in the description here. I'm not really sure. I don't want to think it's Sting. I hope it's not. If it is, I mean, honestly, I watch pay-per-views, especially WWE, online for free anyways, because that's all it's worth. I watch WrestleMania, basically, and that's about it. I could watch the Royal Rumble, but I don't. But yeah, I hope it's not Sting. If it is, I'll watch Sting and Taker if they have their, you know, little match. But the video, the 020311 on the stairs is very peculiar. The whole walk and the whole saunter of the wrestler or the person is more like Sting, and the Sting smoke after. So, I don't know, guys. What do you think? I bet you guys haven't even noticed any of all the things I pointed out.